Hello, I'm Anastasia, and this is going to be my channel, AnyaVerse. So welcome. This is going to be a channel where I can talk about anime to my heart's content, because that's all I do with my life anyways, is talk about anime over and over and over again to anybody who will listen, and to myself in the mirror too. But at least this time I am going to upload it somewhere, so hopefully it's not just talking to myself, it's talking to myself with a purpose. But yes. As for the animes that I really like and are going to talk about on this channel, I really love One Piece. I will talk about One Piece forever. That's not really an understatement. I have talked about One Piece for hours before. I'm not joking. It had been hours. I really love One Piece. I have watched it a lot. So I've watched up to the Fishman Island arc at least, like, I want to say 6 or 7 times. That seems like a lot, and it really is, and I really have. I don't think that I'm overestimating that number, and that's not including the times that I've read up into that point either. So yeah, I just get the urge. I'm like, oh, let me just, watch the first couple of episodes, because it makes me feel happy. It's like my happy anime now, right? And then at that point, I'm already hooked, so I just rewatch the whole thing. It's a little bit easier now that I've seen so much of it. I don't really have to pay attention to the earlier episodes because I know what's going on. I can put it in the background just for some serotonin boost, right? But yeah, so that's One Piece. I haven't seen, the later arcs as many times, clearly. Like, the Wano arc has only been out for a little while, so I've seen it like 1.5 times because I watched half of it, and then while it was on hiatus, I stopped. I watched a couple other things, and then I decided to rewatch One Piece again, and caught back up once it was mostly finished. So that was really cool, really exciting. I'm super excited about everything that's happening in the One Piece world, like, for multiple reasons. One, because everything is coming out, like all of the things that Oda has led up to are now coming out, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. I can't take this excitement. Like, I just it excites me so much. I'm so happy. But then also, I feel like One Piece is just becoming so much more popular than it was when I was growing up. Like, it was something that people just didn't know, because I feel like Naruto and Bleach were just more popular, or Dragon Ball Z. So I was, I just didn't really have a lot of people who knew One Piece, and now it's just become, it's the biggest one right now, and I just love it. I'm absolutely loving it. I went to go see Red in the theaters, and I cried. Because I was like, we are living in a different time. Like, little 12-year-old me never imagined that I could go and see an anime in the movie theaters, let alone one of my favorite anime in the movie theaters. It was a great experience. I drove an hour to go see it with a friend, and it was worth it. But yes, enough about One Piece, because if I continue, I will continue until stopped, and there's nobody here to stop me. So I will stop myself. Discipline. Other animes that I like, as you can see, is Rimuru over here from That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. There's also a little Rimuru fan back over there. I really enjoy this series too. I watched that one also a couple of times, but because it's not as much as One Piece, it's not as surprising if I've watched that a couple of times, right? It's actually what I'm currently watching, the 3rd season, because I like to binge things, so even though it's been out for a while, I just got around to watching it because I wanted it to finish. But yeah. So also, because I keep pointing to the things in the background, please do not judge my anime collection. I have not been in the workforce for a very long time, so that means I have not had my own money to buy anime merchandise. Most of this stuff is actually gifts from other people. Yeah, so help me to raise money to increase my anime merchandise if you watch this channel and like it and subscribe. Yay! But yeah, so I guess to cover some sports animes that I like Haikyuu. I also like Kuroko no Basket, romance ones, of course Fruits Basket, Horn High School Host Club. When I was growing up, I really loved Shuguchara, but I liked the manga better than I liked the anime because of the guy that she ends up with. It's different, in case you didn't know. And Skip Beat, and Yona of the Dawn were like my all-time favorites. But I don't read too much of the romance ones anymore, mostly because I'm an adult now, and most of them have to do with high schoolers, and it feels a little bit weird. So there are a couple, though, that look really cute. Like, I'm excited for Yakuza Fiancé. I'm gonna watch that one. As for horror, I don't really watch too many horror. If you want to count Hellsing, I do love Hellsing, and I've watched that one a couple of times, like over and over again. I like Black Lagoon as like another darker one, but it's not really horror, it's just more action-packed and, a little bit more grown up than some of the other ones are. but I'll watch the horror anime, but they're not my favorite. And of course, if I need to get a view, then of course I will watch it so I can talk about it. But yeah, so those are some of the anime I really like. Oh, I gotta talk about Soul Eater, because Soul Eater is one of the first animes that I ever really watched, and I loved it, and I think it helps to continue my path of anime. So that's a rough outline there. I don't know, should I talk about some of the new ones? Of course, there's Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, and Apothecary Diaries that I really like. I like both of those, but I think most of the anime community who is watching current stuff actually likes those, so yeah. Yeah, so other things that I would like to talk about on this channel are I do like to play some games. So as you can see, there's a Joan of Arc poster over there from the Fate game, and then you can't really see her, but that is the main character from the Fate mobile game. I really love that game, by the way. I have committed many years of my life to it at this point, and I'm still playing it. I started a long time ago. I'm not going to give you any timeline for when a long time ago was, though, but it's been several years. Several years I've been playing this game. I've sold my soul to it at this point, but I really do love it, even though it is traumatizing. The game itself is not as traumatizing, I feel like, as the anime is, especially Zero. And apparently Heaven's Feel, which I have not brought myself to watch yet. But I love the game. I love seeing history come to life, you know, and all the characters. There's sometimes moments where I'm like, why are they like that? But it's okay, because it's Fate, and that's just kind of what happens, right? But yeah, so Fate's one of the things that I also really like, by the way, and I've sold myself to that game. Other games that I play on my phone, though, are things like Honkai Star Rail. Really love Honkai Star Rail. In case you're wondering, yes, I did start off playing Genshin Impact. However, when I was playing Genshin Impact, it was actually on the last phone that was available to play it. And as the world kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, I think that my phone couldn't take it anymore. It would overheat, and then it would just basically kick me out of the game. So I ended up deleting it because I literally could not play the game for more than 5 minutes. And at that point, it really wasn't worth it. And in fact, sometimes it even shut it down, after just turning it on. So it really wasn't working. But I got a phone upgrade, but it was around the same time that Honkai Star Rail came out. So I was like, well, I only have time for one of these, so let me try Honkai Star Rail. And if I like it, I'll continue with that one. But if I like Genshin Impact, I'll continue with that one. And I ended up liking Honkai Star Rail a little bit better, so I've continued with that one. So, but I mean, if, the people who watch this channel would like me to replay Genshin Impact, I can do so if it's going to appease the audience. I actually don't mind either. I just need a good reason to spend my time on yet another game, because I also have Final Fantasy on the mobile version, and I just I play it off and on, and I feel really bad, but all these games take so much time. But there's that one. But as you can say, I also like Final Fantasy. I've played several of the other games, and so that's another one of my favorite game series, but as an actual game, on the PS4 thing, which is another reason why I decided I wanted to start this channel, was to make some extra cash to fund a PS5 or a PC, so that maybe I can play some of the newer games that are out there and, finish up the Final Fantasy VII Remake series, because I can't play it until I have a PS5 because it's not on PS4, and that's the only console that I have. So please, like and subscribe so I can get a PS5. But yeah, in addition to the Final Fantasy series, I also really like the Kingdom Hearts series and the new Tomb Raider one. Sorry, I didn't play the old Tomb Raider. But I really like the RPG games. And no, I'm not a gamer girl. I'm not going to commit to that title. It seems very heavy. I'm just a girl, and I like to play video games when I have the time, or if it seems really cool and awesome. I'm not good at video games at all. I'm one of those people. I look it up online. I'm sorry. I'm on a limited time schedule, and I want to complete it as fast as possible so I can play the next game, because I'm just interested in so many things. But yeah. So those are some other things that I like. I also really like K-pop and K-dramas and C-dramas too. So maybe I'll spice things up by throwing a little bit of that in there. But yeah. So I feel like that kind of abruptly came to a stop. But that's all I really got from you. And I don't want to make this video too long or too cringy. Although I'm pretty sure it's been cringy the whole way through. But that's okay. That's what YouTube's for, is to be cringy and to have people like it anyways. So thank you for your support in advance. And I hope you have fun watching the rest of my videos.